to Move Well to Live Well's educational channel. My name's Michelle and I'm one of the physiotherapists that will be teaching you some handy hints and exercises today. So today I'm going to talk about seated clam exercises. More technically, we call the seated clam a seated hip abductor exercise. So our hip abductor muscles are muscles that are deep in our buttock. And they're really important muscles because they help to stabilize the pelvis during walking. So if there's weakness in one of the hip abductor muscles, you tend to swing your hips too far out to the opposite side. So you end up walking a little bit like that. Now, swinging your hips is all very fine on the dance floor, but if your hips are swinging too far out to either side when you're walking, it means that the muscles that are supporting the hip have to work differently and they have to work harder to keep the pelvis aligned. And this can lead to pain. So the seated hip abduction or the seated clam exercise is quite a simple one. So first of all, we're going to think about your setup. So you want to be sitting nice and tall. You may be using the back support of your chair, or you may be just a little bit further in the chair to make your muscles in the core work a little bit harder. You want your feet to be firmly planted on the ground and you want them to be about hip width apart. So the exercise itself is simply to push your knees out to the side and to bring them back together with control. So you want to be doing it nice and slowly. You don't want to be doing it like that. We're not doing a chicken dance. Okay, so that's the exercise. If you want to make it a little bit harder, you can add one of these resistance bands. So what you would do is just to simply tie it above your knees and then continue with the exercise like you did before. So it's making the muscles work harder to push the knees out, and then to bring it back with control, it's making the muscles work in a different direction, but just as hard. Okay, so some people I know will actually step in and out of the TheraBand if they're having troubles tying it. But if you have problems like with your fingers, such as arthritis, so you can't tie the TheraBand or you can't bend far enough down to get it over your ankles, you may just want to use this different alternative, and it's just to simply use your arms. So your arms would be traveling in this direction, which is opposite to the knees. So your arms, so you're kind of fighting your arms against your knees, and that will make the muscles, the hip abductor muscles, work a little bit harder. If you like this video, please click the like button or share the video. And remember, to move well, to live well.